On June 25, Ukraine's SBU security service revealed that Yevgen Prigozhin, the leader of the Wagner Group mercenaries, was potentially offered a deal. This agreement would entail the possible dismissal of two senior Russian military officers, Sergei Shoigu and Valery Gerasimov, in exchange for Prigozhin ending his attempted rebellion. Prigozhin finally decided to abandon his mutiny, probably due to the promised removal of Shoigu and Gerasimov. Ukrainian news source NV Ukrainska Pravda reported, citing unnamed SBU sources, that Prigozhin may have been promised the removal of the defense minister and the chief of the Russian General Staff, in addition to other military officers with whom he had disagreed, in exchange for stopping the advance of his Wagnerian forces towards Moscow. The sources reveal that Belarus is not high on the list of destinations for Wagner's mercenaries. The motivation behind Prigozhin's march on Moscow remains a mystery. On the night of June 23, he launched an armed confrontation with the Russian Defense Ministry in an effort to rectify what he considered an injustice in Russia. Prigozhin cited the Russian army's attack on its mercenaries' rear camp as the incident that sparked the rebellion. Although it is important to note that his break with Shoigu and Gerasimov had already existed for several months. For the past couple of months, Commander Wagner has consistently called for the removal of the Russian defense minister, citing his lack of leadership when it comes to providing adequate munitions and managing the occupation forces. The next day, the Wagnerians successfully took control of the main military bases located in Voronezh and Rostov-on-Don. They even managed to shoot down a total of 7 Russian Air Force planes. In a videotaped speech filmed in Rostov-on-Don, Prigozhin insisted on holding meetings with Russia's top military leaders and threatened to move on Moscow. In response, Russian leader Vladimir Putin posted a video announcing that the Russian armed forces had been instructed to eliminate those behind the rebel action. Despite this, the Wagnerian convoys headed for Moscow in a protest march, which Prigozhin declared a search for justice. The FSB blamed Prigozhin for provoking the uprising as security personnel prepared to safeguard the capital, which was militarized. As Putin's troops amassed near Moscow, rumors circulated that he had withdrawn to his private home in Valdai, located northwest of the city of Moscow. Alexander Lukashenko, Belarus' autocratic leader, reportedly met Prigozhin virtually as his mercenaries advanced on the capital. News of the meeting was reported by the press office of the self-proclaimed president of Belarus. Prigozhin stopped the advance of his troops on the Russian capital. Prigozhin reached an agreement with the Kremlin. Subsequently, he ordered Wagner's soldiers to leave Moscow and resume their fighting posts in Ukraine. Prigozhin's whereabouts are currently unknown, but the Kremlin has promised to drop the charges against him. Rumors suggest that he may have traveled to Belarus as part of the pact he signed with the Kremlin.